What's up, guys? This is Willie from Negroranomy, and today we're going to be talking about this rapper named Trouble here. When I read this story today, guys, I said, man, this is ridiculous. The things that we are doing to our own brothers, instead of addressing the problem with the person, the problem that we have the problem with, we want to address the problem with somebody that had nothing to do with the problem. And this is the situation we got here with the rapper Trouble. You see, the woman here that she had a blackout from social media for the last week because she's being accused of setting up this rapper for death. Well, we don't know why, because I don't think this guy has a lot of money to be setting up and robbing him. Maybe he has some fancy jewelry, who knows? But she has disappeared from social media for at least a week because of all this negative backlash that she's getting, that she's saying that it was probably the ex came in and set up a home invasion, was going to try and rob the guy and leave the woman with no injury. So that's this. So this is how silly this situation is. This is a story, guy. A guy calls a girl saying that he wants to hang out with her tonight. The girlfriend says, "Go ahead, come through." The guy comes in. He's hanging out with the girl. You know, they're getting they're getting to know each other. You know, he's just about he's in the bedroom. You know, getting on. And all of a sudden you hear some knock at the door of some guy, and then the lady tries to ignore it, doesn't respond to it. But what I see here in the comments is that it wasn't a forcible entry, that the ex had the keys all along. So this problem could have been avoided if the locks were changed. Then he would have made it a little harder for him to even get in, and probably if he tried to bust the door in with a deadbolt, the police could have showed up and arrested the guy. But the guy used his key because they said it wasn't forcible entry. So the lady never changed the lock to the door to the ex. And the ex comes in and starts shooting at the rapper Trouble. Now, he doesn't know anything about Trouble. He doesn't even know who the guy is. But you come in here and instead of addressing the problem with the girl that you had the issue with, you come and you shoot a random brother. This is some kind of crazy ass beta male stuff, man. It's like this type of stuff where black men killing each other 99% of the time. You don't even have to worry about outside people coming in. But this is crazy that you're gonna kill a guy for no reason at all. So you go ahead and you kill a guy for no reason at all. He's dead. Now you're in jail. And you know what that girl is gonna be at? That girl that you weren't supposed to go and approach, that you didn't deal with the issue with, she's on another man's dick right now. You in jail. You think you're gonna come out of jail and come after that new man now? And that's the type of silly stuff that goes on in the black community, black men, that we do this type of silly stuff and thinking that, that it's the end of the world if this girl's not with me. There are over 3 billion women out there. If this lady doesn't want to be with you, go ahead and move on to the next lady. There's no point in sacrificing your freedom and your life because you never know. Maybe the rapper probably would have had a gun and he would have shot back, and then you would have lost your life. He would have lost his life, and the girl would have been at and relaxing at home. Maybe won't even care about because you guys are just boyfriends right now, so you're not really husbands. Next day she'll have another boyfriend. There are so many beta male orbiters around this lady. Yeah. So don't think you're the only one, guys. This type of silly stuff needs to end. But let's go ahead and talk about the story. Like this story happens so many times in the black community that we got one guy killing another guy, and the woman's gonna have another guy by the end of the night. So Jamichael Jones, 33, out here, you know, it considered the ex-boyfriend, comes into the woman's residence. So he probably was waiting out there, waiting for the guy to come in. And then once he goes in, he starts shooting up everybody. Well, he doesn't shoot the woman. So this was targeted at just the guy. And the guy had no reason, didn't know what was going on. And here's another thing, guys. Like, if you don't know the lady, really, if that is not your wife, you usually want to take out your girlfriend to your own crib because you can control the situation in your own crib. A lot of time, guys, if you can avoid it, don't go to a woman's crib, especially if you're a new boyfriend that's only known her for 1 or 2 months. If it's been a year, then that jealous boyfriend would have been out of there. But if you're a new boyfriend, you really want to take her over to your house and meet up with her because you never know what kind of crazy guy is hiding and plotting and twisting. And now he knows who you are. He's gonna follow you. And the guy could have been the bigger man and dealt the situation with the lady, knew that it was over and broke it off. But he goes and does a beta thing instead of addressing the issue with the lady. Goes after a guy that doesn't know anything about what's going on and just shoot him with a cold blood. And this is a situation. I don't like evil things that's being said about her. So this her page. He said that it took a lot for me to put my page back up. I don't like how the evil things that's being said about me, all the false narrative, the threats, and I don't have nothing to prove to social media. To the ones that know me personally, know my heart is pure of gold. My story is told. This situation had mentally messed me up and traumatized me. God get, and I think this this lady did not know about the situation, so this caught her off guard. A guy that she's been ignoring, but she didn't take necessary precaution by changing the lock. That once your ex has moved out, you gotta change the lock. So just turn himself to the cops as he did, and look at him now. You done something crazy. So let's go ahead to the comment because the comments are the best part. So wow, the first comment is crazy. He said he's dead, you in jail for life, and the chick getting her back blown out by a new guy. Oh my god. Oh man. It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up. And the next comment is, which is why I don't understand dudes who do the most over women who don't understand them anymore. You're not stopping her from getting a new guy. And that's true. You can't stop her from getting a new guy. You need to move on, and there's so many other ladies that you can get with, and you don't have to lose your life or your freedom. But you want to go and be gangster and and think that maybe she hurt your pride. And then he said and then the next comment here, she didn't even dump him, remove his belongings, nor take back the house keys. See that right there? At most, he'll get 10 years for manslaughter. So that's another situation. If the guy still had the keys, was he really an ex-boyfriend? If he still had the keys, if the locks were never changed, is he really an ex-boyfriend? Maybe the narrative is that he also was caught in surprise that her girlfriend was caught was another guy having sex with. So maybe it caught him by surprise too. Maybe he wasn't sitting and plotting and following her. Maybe that he's not really an ex-boyfriend and he's the one that got so maybe if that's the situation, then maybe we have some sympathy for the guy. He was caught by surprise that his girl is caught with another guy and he pulls out the gun, which this is not the right thing to do. If you see the lady getting with some other guy, just take your stuff, pack up your bag, and just leave. You don't want to stay behind and get into that nonsense because sometimes these ladies want you to get into a fight. It gets her all excited when you fight another guy for her. But you want her to play her own games by herself. If she want to play those type of games, let her play those games by herself. You pack your bags and you just get up and leave. So then you go home and she's gonna be like disappointed, man. Like, man, this guy never fought for me. Well, he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to be in this type of situation. So so maybe with that comment, it could be manslaughter because maybe he was caught off guard and it was never an ex boyfriend. She's spinning it as an ex boyfriend because she wants to get off easy. So she probably was playing two guys at the same time, and the guy that was there was really the boyfriend that had the keys, and he was surprised to see trouble there. So we're gonna hear more about the story when more information comes up. So some of these comments, they give you a situation what's going on. So another comment here, exactly. I had a homeboy who damn near got shot. Well, he was shot at, but dude missed all over fighting another woman. I I had another homeboy who woke up to a gun in his face from his girlfriend. She told him if she ever found out he cheated on her again, he would kill him in his sleep. See, if you ever have a girlfriend that's pulling out a gun on you like this, that's already toxic, guys, just leave the situation. Don't even play her games. Let her play her games by herself. You just get up and leave and say, "Oh, I don't need none of this. I can get some other lady that's not as toxic." Because y'all playing with your life. Some of these ladies will shoot, kill you, and they'll get off on a low sentence. Because remember, when they do the sentencings for black males, is a lot more harsh than it is for black females. So she's probably gonna get off for less than 10 years. So don't be playing these games, guys, especially black men. You should not be playing these type of games with these women. So here we go. So no idea why the ex had a key to begin with. If he was refusing to give it back, change the lock. And that's the situation here. If the locks would never change, was this guy ever an ex? Maybe this lady is lying about him being an ex coming in. So he said, absolutely, it ain't easy to break down the front door whether you knock it down, kick it off the hinges. The whole apartment building gonna hear that S. When that deadbolt on you got really on some Hulk, that supposedly trouble was sleep still dude. Well, man, I don't know what this guy was writing in this comment, but this is not English. I'm gonna try and translate for y'all what this guy was trying to say. This guy is trying to say that if the locks were changed and there was a deadbolt, if the guy came in and tried to kick the door down, it would create enough noise for trouble to get out of there, jump through the window, or hide there, or call the police to have that guy escorted so he can leave. That's what should have happened if the worst case scenario. So there we go. Another guy commented, "A man should never, never, never sleep over a biatch house. These females have a revolving door of friends. Don't ever let her know where you stay. You and your boys just keep an apartment paid up for these type of 304s." And I think this is a good advice right here. That if you don't know a lady that long, if you only know her for 3 months, and you're trying to, you're trying to hit it from the back, you're trying to take over. Always do it at your own place first for the first couple of months until you want to scope the area, scope the scenery, make sure there ain't no jealous boyfriends following her, and that's the situation. You see, the same thing with me. I always take them to motel, hotel, or your own place for first couple of months. But this is a good situation, good example why you don't go over to their house within the first 3 months. Oh man, but guys, what do y'all think, man? There's three narratives right here. The first narrative is the girl had a jealous ex-boyfriend who broke through the door and killed trouble. We got another narrative where he's not an ex-boyfriend, he's actually a boyfriend because he has the keys to the house. He gets into the house and he sees this random guy in the bed with his girlfriend. He pulls out the gun and shoot him. Or you got the third one where, well, some of these ladies will do that. They will set you up where both guys did not know each other, and she was hoping that the guy that she's in the bed with will somehow overpower the guy that's coming in through the door, who she calls the ex boyfriend, to shoot and kill him. And in all three scenarios, guys, all of them were bad decisions because you brought out the gun and you raised the stake and shot another black man. All three of these scenarios are bad. And here she is, the one the person that's in the middle, the mutual company. She hasn't suffered anything, and she's probably on another man's dick right now. None of those options, those narratives, work in the favor of any black man. So, black man, if you're gonna be dating a girl, let's let's have a rule of the first 3 months. Make sure it's over at your house. Make sure it's over at your house for the first 3 months, just to scope the scene and make sure there ain't no jealous boyfriends hiding. Just so you get to know what type of behavior this sister is. But if you want to do a one night stand, you do the one night stand at a motel, hotel, or your own place, so you can control what's going on in your own place. Don't be doing a one night stand at her place, and all of a sudden the ex husband comes in early from work. But anyways, guys, what y'all think? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments down below, and that's all I gotta say about this video. Bye bye.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.